Hi, it's Lee Ashby here, and I'm just about to do a range test on the Beta e-bike, the LashEbike Beta. 21 amp hours in this battery, and we're going to go on a ride. We'll see if we can do 60 to 80 k's of off-road riding, so it's going to be a bit of a test. So we're going to leave here and head down to Harcourt. There's a new mountain bike track section down there, so we'll go and check out some trails, do a few laps down there, check it out, and ride back, and hopefully we'll still have some battery when we get back. So I've just rode from Golden Square in Bendigo out to the Harcourt mountain bike track. Oh, I'm pretty stuffed. Riding along the train line, the trail map out there. So look at the display here. We've got 53.6 left on the voltage. This is a 52 volt nominal pack, so not too bad. Must be about 3.7, 3.8 volts per cell that we got left in there. And we started about 58, so we've come down a bit. The distance out to here is 29.3 k's from my place in Golden Square. Average there of 26. That'll probably be up a little bit because we're doing about 50 k's an hour down the road, but don't tell anyone that. Most of the time through the forest we're sort of doing 20 to 30 k's an hour along there with that's about right average of 26. So here's the trails here. So it's a little bit funny, there's no parking here, and you've got to ride about a couple of k's up from Harcourt, so if you're not that fit, you're probably going to be stuffed by the time you get here, unless you've got an electric bike like what I've got. So here's the beast here that we're testing. We've got 21 amp hours in here, so we'll go check out some of these trails, do a few loops, and then see if we can ride our way back to Bendigo without running out of battery. So let's see how we go. Just out the Harcourt mountain bike park out at Harcourt. Whew. Just giving the trails a bit of a workout. So I just climbed up this hill here, probably 20 or 30 switchbacks on the way up to this one here. Whoever says you don't get a workout on an electric bike couldn't be more wrong. You certainly give it a bit of a workout going up the hill, but she's going all right. Certainly the this LashEbike, the one the Stealth Future Beta frame, is doing an awesome job. Certainly whips up the hill in, say, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes. That probably would have taken me 25 minutes or half an hour on a normal bike, I'm sure. I'm pretty unfit though, so maybe a pro might get up the hill in 10 minutes or something. But yeah, sort of going double or triple the speed on this electric bike, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go and check out this track. We'll just check the vitals. 53 volts on there, so pretty happy with that. I could say we could do another 10 or 15 k's out here before thinking about turning back. Ooh. Well, we've just done the Whitaker or Wilker or whatever it's called over there trail. That was 3 point something k's. So really nice run down this valley, sort of down there, and then all the way back up again. On the electric bike, keeping really good pace up the hills, almost having as much fun coming up the hill as going down. This little hub is just working perfect. Being a 500 watt motor with the geared motor, the gears inside, it's just pulling really nicely, sort of from basically a standing start. A lot of the switchbacks are sort of, you know, 5, 10, 15 k's an hour sort of turnarounds. So having this low down torque in this one's great. No wheel spin, just nice steady pulling up through the burms. So you'd be coming up the hill probably 3, 4, 5, maybe even more times faster than someone without an electric bike. So certainly good to come out here while there's no one out here and test out the trails and have the whole park to yourself. So next up we're going to do this Mutang one. Got this nice little elevation profile here, so that's pretty handy. Not that it worries me too much on the electric bike. I don't want to sound like a snob, but it is what it is. There's the towers there of Mount Alexander, and back down that way is the trails back to the trailhead at the start. Anyway, let's give these ones a bit of a go and see how we go. So just been pulling up the hills nicely with a little bit of throttle now and then. 52.4 volts, so pretty happy with that. Hardly use any throttle on the way down, just little pops out of corners. So it's mostly just on the way back up. But yeah, combined with a bit of pedal power, just in the lowest gear here on this bike. Yeah, seems to work really well. Let's go for it. Whew. I'm pretty stuffed. Just been down that track over there, the Mutang Track, 3-point-something Ks, 3.3 I think. Really nice tracks out here, nice big berms and tight corners, so just ideal for going fast on the mountain bike, and this electric bike's just perfect for them. I think the Alpha would be a bit heavy and a bit cumbersome around here, but this one's just ideal, weighing about the same as a old school downhill bike. So about 20 Ks, 21 kgs. Yeah, and I think the weight might actually help over some of the bumps. It sort of, and around the corners, kind of helps it stick to the ground maybe. You know, I haven't even mucked around with tyre pressures or anything, you know, so it's, and this, yeah, the rear treads, you know, a bit more for street, not so much hardcore dirt. But yeah, I've had an absolute ball out here, and yeah, nice little rocks and drop-offs and all sorts of bits and pieces. Anyway, onto the vitals. So we've done 38 Ks since leaving home, about 9 or 10 Ks of trails out here. We've still got 51.6 volts in there, which is pretty much 3.7 a cell, so you know, I'd say we've sort of got, you know, around half the battery left, maybe a little bit more, 60% maybe. Anyway, I'm going to head back. I'm about stuffed anyway, so we've got, you know, a couple of Ks back to the trail down this one. So there we go, 10 or 12 or whatever Ks around here we did today. I'm absolutely buggered. You sort of getting a workout on the way down and on the way up, that's for sure. So just to recap, we arrived here, went up number 1, then on number 2, got to this sort of trailhead point here. I had a crack at number 3 all the way back, then we had a crack at number 4. Go down here, that was awesome fun, plenty on there. Didn't do number 5, but we'll come back and do that one another day, but that'll probably be pretty hardcore going downhill. So that's pretty much the northern trail hub. Came back down here on this one, it must have been number 2. That was awesome fun too, some big jumps down there. Had a crack at 1, need to get my confidence up to do the others, but that's pretty full on down there. Then we just took this number 1 forest track. Where did we go? I think just back to here, yeah. So that was, that's just a nice little one, and yeah, on the electric bike you can have lots of fun on the flats and basically turn the flats into a downhill really, so the fun never stops. Next time we come out here we might have a crack at this southern trail hub. Looks like there's a shitload of tracks out there, that's sort of over that way somewhere. So that'll be some awesome fun. Yeah, a bit of grass or something wouldn't go astray, but you get that on the big jobs in central goldfields. So it might be pretty dusty out in the summer, but with a bit of luck it doesn't turn into a total mud bath in winter. Anyway, that's it. Time to do another 30 Ks now to get home. We're sitting on 51.3 volts. We've done 40 Ks. So when we get home we should be doing about 70 Ks, and it'll be interesting to see how much left we've got in the tank. I'm going to give it a bit of a workout on the way home too, so it'll be a good comparison. I made it! What a trip! What an epic range test that was. The bike performed extremely well, and yeah, got me home with about completing about 70 k's. I was completely stuffed when I got home, completely exhausted. So that's, yeah, more than enough for the average e-bike rider, that's for sure. For long distance, thinking on the road, anywhere between 120 to 150 k's would be about the right range capacity for that bike. Hope that's been a helpful overview. Cheers.